We have a 3-time Olympian calling in right now, Holly McPeak. She played in '96 in the Olympics. Holly, thank you so much for calling in. I know you ran right off the beach to get here.
I did. Thanks for having me.
Totally appreciate it. I wanted you to come on because there's been controversy this week with the Norwegian beach handball team, and they were complaining about what the women were wearing. And they said that it was uncomfortable and that they didn't like the onus and the focus being on their bodies when they were playing. And I thought to myself, well, I know Gabrielle Reese. I want to figure out whether she feels the same way about beach volleyball. And Gabby connected the dots to you. I was so grateful that you were able to take the time. So I need the definitive answer. Are those bathing suits that you're playing in beach volleyball comfortable or uncomfortable?
So you can't just say bathing suits because there's different cuts of bathing suits. There is definitely a comfortable suit that you want to compete in for beach volleyball. I've played my entire life, and that is actually a bathing suit is the most comfortable thing that I would choose to play on any day of the week. There's a lot of different reasons for that. One, it's non-binding. And one of the biggest factors is sand. Think about where sand goes. And if you're wearing bulky shorts, it's uncomfortable. Now, the one time I don't like to wear a bathing suit is when it's really cold. And I want to be allowed to wear long leggings to keep warm. But now for beach volleyball, if the weather is a certain, degree, you can wear those. But I think for handball, I think they need to be more flexible. I think tight shorts would be fine. And it would take away whatever controversy they're talking about.
How do you feel about the controversy? I'm just curious from your perspective as a 3-time Olympian.
Well, I think the athletes should have the choice. I say, hey, here are the choices. You can wear tight biker shorts, a bathing suit, or leggings. I think they should have the choice. I think there should be an official Olympic uniform. When I first started playing, they mandated that we wore swimsuits. And for different reasons from different countries, they're like, no, there was a lot of pushback. And they said, okay, well, if you're both wearing this, you can both wear leggings or you can both wear bike shorts. So we have the choice. And the honest truth is, if the suit fits right, that's the most comfortable thing to play beach volleyball in. I'm not sure for handball. There's a lot of physical contact in handball. It's a big physical sport. Maybe you don't want a bathing suit. And I'll tell you one thing you don't want. You don't want a uniform that's moving places where it shouldn't be. You want something that's going to stay fit and not move. So fit is really the most important thing here.
I think this is incredibly eye-opening. And for somebody who doesn't play the sport, I always like to go to somebody who actually does, rather than just sit here behind a desk and opine about it. It's much better to go to somebody who actually experiences it.
Yeah, I mean, I've played for a long time, and it's definitely the most comfortable thing to play in. And I mean, even playing in leggings is uncomfortable because once you dive, there's sand in your leggings and there's sweat and sand. It's not good. So it's just really the most convenient thing for the sport, and it helps you, if you're comfortable in it, it helps you perform at the highest level.
Before we let you go, I want to ask you about Simone Biles. I'm curious to get your opinion because you understand the pressure of the Olympic spotlight. Some people think that the pressure's there for her because Olympians tend to go away except for the every 4 years. What are your impressions on Simone and the pressure that she's under right now?
Oh, I've been following it. She's under tremendous pressure. And the fact that she is distracted and not able to keep her focus when she's flipping that many times in the air, it's so dangerous. And I think the decision she made is courageous. I mean, yeah, there's a ton of pressure on every Olympic athlete, but in her specific sport, there's a danger. There's a danger to getting hurt. If you fall apart and you're out there playing volleyball, yeah, it's embarrassing and you don't have the effect, but are you going to get hurt? Probably not. In her situation, with her brain not right in terms of focusing and being able to stay in the game, that is a really dangerous thing. And I think she made the right decision.
3-time Olympian Holly McPeak joining us here on the Rich Eisen Show. What's your favorite Olympic moment? This is Happy Thursday. It's been a very heavy week with all the Simone work and conversation. So we want to go happy to close out the show today.
Yeah, no, I love that. I mean, for me, I had a lot of heartbreak. I'm going to start with heartbreak and end happy. Because in '96, I had an injured partner. In 2000, I had an injured partner, and that affects your outcome. And this is something you dream about. You dream about competing in the Olympics and playing your best. But in 2004, I was able to go with a healthy partner and finish on the Olympic podium. And that was just a dream come true. It wasn't gold. Carrie Walsh and Misty May at that time became the best team in the world. But I was on the podium with 5 of my best friends from all over the world. And it was a moment that I'll never forget.
Taking home the bronze in 2004. What was that like? Because what you just said is exactly what everyone out there who's a naysayer has to hear.
Yeah.
You were there and we weren't. What was that like?
It was amazing. I mean, obviously, you're playing in front of the world. You want to have your best performance, but everybody else, wants to have that performance too. And I had been there twice, and I was heartbroken. And I just kept picking myself back up and saying, I'm not going away until I get a medal on my neck. I actually wore a necklace around my neck during that whole quad that had a circle on it. And it represented the medal that had eluded me. And it was just my goal, and we were able to achieve that goal. And it was something I'll never forget. The perseverance that it took after, 12 years of playing at the international level, but ending on that podium, it happened in the blink of an eye, but it was a moment that it just gives me goosebumps.
Holly, I am so grateful for your time. Thanks again for running off the beach to call in. We really appreciate it.
My pleasure. I hope I could help.
You sure did. Holly McPeak, thanks again for calling in. 3-time Olympian. And by the way, breaking news. The bathing suits are comfortable. And they're not bathing suits. I think she let me know that they're not really bathing suits. They look like a bathing suit to me, but I don't play the game, so I didn't know. And I just learned something, TJ.
Definitely.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.